What is going on, guys? How are we doing tonight? We are going to be playing some more Space Engineers 2. Hopefully, having a good time tonight. Hopefully, we're all doing good. Hopefully, y'all are doing great. Alright, so let's get this swapped over here. Here we go. There we go. Okay, so it seems like it didn't do it correctly. Let me refresh my capture card here. There we go. All right. There we go. All right, we're going to continue on the same journey we were doing last time. All right. So, if you guys remember last time, we just got done building our mining ship and we're making plans to start getting a conveyor system built up for what we're going to be considering our first little home base, right? There it is. Oh, man. So nice having that thing. It's gonna make things so much easier in the long run. We are also hoping for the sun to come up pretty quick, which it looks like it's doing that. I know it's very dark for you guys, but I have my flashlights on. Um, Actually, let me turn them off. It looks like it may be coming up because this is starting to get a little bit brighter, and so is this. So it may be coming up here soon. And once it does, those solar panels will have all kinds of power, and we're going to have all kinds of power in that building, and we can start our smelter process. But right now, windmills are locked to us, apparently. We do need to get some metal grids going, however, so we will do that after we charge up. I believe right now we're producing, let's see, I want to say it's motors. That's what it was, I think. That's what I want to say, at least. Sorry about that, guys. I had something. I think it may have been like an ant or something. Something. I don't know. Something was just on my leg. May have been my cat brushed up against me. Who knows? Well, the last time I was in here, we had motors lined up, but since we don't, I want to say we need close to 20 more metal grids, which is going to be 300 kilograms of cobalt, which means a lot for us. So what do we need? We need a bunch of iron and a bunch of nickel. Alright, we can make that happen. Alright, so we drop this off, right? Stack that up in there. We only want to move like 100 at a time, right? Let's grab like 500. Let's see how much 500 would do. Is 500 enough? Yes, it is. Okay. So then, now that we know that's enough, let's get up in our ship. We're going to go for a little ride. We should, completely honest, we should put some lights on the front of this thing. What do you guys think? Should we get some lights going? Lighting. We don't really have the kind of light that I'm wanting, which would be this one here. I don't. Maybe there. There and there, maybe. Maybe that? What is it to build you? Oh, okay, just some iron. That's not terrible. We'll get these done real quick. Oh, I don't know what's with the audio situation. The audio cuts in and out pretty easily. All right, turn power on. And we will unlock the parking. Now we start flying up. We are a little heavy due to the iron right now. What was that? Oh, Blessed 90. Thank you for the follow. Thank you so much. That was so loud. Okay, so let me refresh the chat. It didn't even say you were in here. Thank you so much for the follow. Let me get it pulled up on my phone so that way I can see it on my phone and I can be up to date more regularly. Stream manager. Alright, Blessed 90, thank you so much for the follow. Made my night. Alright, now that I got that pulled up on my phone, I can look down there and see that. So here's what I'm thinking. We might drop the iron off in this little area here. Because I think we're just too heavy to get some nickel right now. It's like we're going to go right over to this container. I don't even think we'll put the landing gear down. Like we're just gonna grab it straight from here, I think, is where we can access. Yeah. Okay, and there we go. And I can grab all 600. And apparently I can't put it in there. That only holds one time. But I can walk over here and put this in here. So, anyway, let's head back to the ship. We're gonna go get some nickel. I think there's some nickel off to the right here. Yeah, it's right over here. Move a little bit easier now. We've got that light on the front. We can see a little easier. Let's change cameras here. Right, let's get some nickel going. Oh, I hear my dogs barking. They're always barking, though. Barking for no reason, usually. Okay, so looks like we actually hit quite a bit of the nickel earlier. Maybe running short on nickel here in a minute. Which, that would be fine, you know. If we ran out of nickel, I'm sure there's another nickel deposit somewhere. That should be good because we're gonna stop by the base, this base here, and I don't know if you guys noticed, I did turn off the speed limit for the ship because I don't really like that we're limited to, like, I think 70 miles an hour or something like that. I don't know. But we are going to grab a couple hundred, maybe even 1,000 of this, maybe 2,000, because we need 500 kilograms a piece. And I think we have like 5 or 6. So let's turn the parking off. Raise back up, and then we're gonna go this way. Alright, let's make sure we're not hitting nothing like that. Okay, and we're gonna come in for a landing here. I'm gonna be honest, I kind of like flying it in first person. That's nice. Alright, we're gonna turn off power, and let's turn off the jetpack as well. Let's grab the nickel, and we're gonna go build these. right. Okay. Alright. So, here's the real question. On connectors, what all can... Okay, I'm fairly certain we can build a connector, right? What about a conveyor? Wall insert conveyor. Okay. Let's grab this right here. I think we can hit R. Yeah. It'll change it like that. Okay. So. We want to come down. Control that, then that. Okay. We want to come down, and then we also want to turn. Okay, so we can't. Alright. That's great. That's cool. So we will just come straight out then. My bad. Texting the wife. Alright. Alright, so let's do this. We'll come straight out. Maybe we'll just put like a thin connector on this side right here. That way it'll just connect straight away. And then we put like a connector there, and then we just kind of put this connector here, you know? Because it wouldn't throw the balance off too horribly. So let's see what it's going to take to build all this stuff, because I'm still very overweight with all this stuff. Oh, yeah, I got to start back here. That's my bad for thinking. 290 kilograms a piece. That's not horrible. Now, whether we can build the connector with raw materials or not, that will kind of depend. Okay, I gotta go grab some more iron. I'm full of nickel, though, so let's drop the nickel off. Do we have iron here still? No, okay. Alright, let's go grab... Let's go grab some iron. Oh, and last video, we did find out that we can just absolutely chuck ourselves into this base. I'd say probably another 2K, maybe 2.5. Wait. For electronics, we're going to need silicone. Do we have silicone? We've got some. I'll grab it. Come on, give me... Oh. Put those back. Alright, where's the barn? That's the cargo truck. There's the barn. Okay. I'm gonna... So eventually later in the game, I'm gonna try to get it to where we have lights pretty much everywhere. That way you guys can see a little bit better. Because I don't know why not OBS, but, sorry about that, I had to clear my throat. But what is it? Streamlabs. Streamlabs likes to record in a very dark tone, unfortunately. So once we get this connector connected, we could probably honestly take away this landing gear. So let's turn... Oh, yeah, let's do this and then this. And then we can do this. Kind of try and line up our best shot here. Whoa. Careful there. Okay. Alright, so let's turn our power off. And now we can actually get rid of this thing. Nice. All right. So is this moving it the way I want it to be moved? That's the real question. No. Okay. So if we put that in the connector. No. Okay. So is it a is it a menu issue? Might be a menu issue. Where's the connector? There it is. Okay. Eject items. I don't want to say yes to that. You know? Let's see what saying yes does to it. The cockpit doesn't connect. I forgot about that. So this, what if I turn the power back on? Would I actually start moving this stuff over now, or no? Okay, so let's say this. Control panel. Oh, this is the connector. Oh, okay, so which connector? That's the connector of the barn. Okay. So we want the connector that's going to be down here. It's still not doing it. Okay. Unfortunate. Let's turn the connector on the ship off. Let's do that. Then let's go up here and we're going to turn the ship off. Because I want the battery to charge. Is this charging? We're going to set this to fill. Alright. And then this is also set to fill. That's unfortunate. So let's do auto with that. I can't tell if these lights are going green or if they're staying yellow. So I want to say these, they take, what's it called? Don't they take power to move the stuff? Where is it? Okay, so they don't, I guess. Interesting. So this should be ejecting into there. But it's not. Okay. So we've got some things to figure out. I really want the sun to come up. That's one of the things. Maybe, is there like a way to sleep or something? Because I know I saw a bed earlier. Let's go see. We're gonna recharge while we're here. Okay. Trade terminal. I really don't have a whole lot. Contracts. Yeah, we're doing that one. Anything under? No. Nothing in here. So here's the thing. Is okay. I thought there was copper. Not copper. I thought that cobalt that was over there. I thought that was like right here. I'm glad it's not. Because I don't think. Yeah, you can't dig here. Okay. Gonna be honest, I really have no idea what's going on with this situation here. And I think I turned the battery to fill, so I can't even get in to turn the power on. Battery, battery, battery. It's not connected. It's way down at the bottom, I guess. Okay. Let's put you to auto. I wish I could put them on my bar. Honestly, I probably can. Alt 1, 2, no? How do I change my bar while in here? Control panel. Let's do connector. Connect, disconnect, toggle, eject items, start aligning, stop aligning, toggle use for parking, toggle enabled. I mean, we could just use the parking for that, but we want the battery. Why can't we find... Okay, here's the battery. Okay, so we have to select here, we do this, and then we toggle or set. Yeah, okay. So, turn that on. If we do this. Okay, so that's not working. Connector, connector, find the connector. Here we go. Here we go. Do this. And we connect. Is my, whoa there, pal, whoa. Is it not on? Yeah, it's not on. Okay. Use for parking off, right? And we can hit, press this. Really need to connect that cockpit to literally anything, so that way I can see the inside of the ship and what's in what, you know. Dang, that sucks. Why? Oh man, that's let's do off. And it's off to use for parking. If I get back in, I think doing that just gives me the option of doing this, I think, right? So like I can just hit the P, P. Okay, that speed is going to have to be turned down. Oh my gosh. Let's do like that much. Whoa, 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 whoa. Whoa there. Whoa there. That's still a little too much for my taste, but we'll accept it for right now. Now, I want to know why these aren't working. Because they're connected into this, right? Oh. Oh my gosh, guys. Oh my gosh. I feel so silly. Oh my gosh. So did that inventory. So it's got a bunch of stuff in it now. Is it gonna take the stuff now? Control panel, connector, eject items. The block cannot work when the grid is off. Is that what I just read? Yeah, the block can't work. The grid is off. All right. So let's get back in. We'll turn the power on. Now we'll get back out. That's connected, but this is still yellow. Like, is it not connected properly or something like that? Because that's one of the big sides, right? Yeah, that's one of the connected sides. And then there's a connector here. And then there's connected all the way down. There's connectors on top of all of them. Maybe when we get power up and running, it might change something, who knows. But I honestly, right now, I just wanted it to pull into the, whatchamacallit, into the cargo containers. That's what they're called. My bad, a little bit of a brain fart there. But yeah, I'm heavily confused as to why it's not, because like all of these are built. They're all, well, what's not built? You? But you're functional. You should be working. Or are you not? I'm so confused. Nothing is moving around. Production. Block doesn't have the ingredients. Production is halted. So what if I were to, let's say electronic parts, right? Let's say produce 10 of those. Oh, okay. Are you taking the silicone from here? No. Oh, no. Okay. Doesn't have enough ingredients, yeah. But it has access to the ingredients. You know what I mean? What if... Oh, man. So, here's the problem I'm having, is if we disconnect everything, we have to disconnect all the way from out here, rather than just disconnecting from out here. Like, if I wanted to swap this piece for a different piece, I wouldn't be able to, I don't think. Is there, like, some conveyor setting that I'm missing or something like that? Because, like, let's go take a look at this conveyor system, right? Because this one, to my knowledge, actually works, you know? Like, if we were to pull up and we parked on that conveyor, it would take our stuff and it would put it in here. So let's take a look at their stuff. It's used for parking. Doesn't do anything like that. Cargo containers, nothing different. battery is immensely charged. I don't know how or why, but I'm not going to question it. Now, here's a really good question, right? This is a hydrogen tank. This is the contract terminal. This is the trade terminal, and this is the survival kit. Okay, let's get a little charge while we're here, just to top off here. This is where we like register and all that. Is the O2H2 generator like on the roof or something? Because I'm not seeing the O2H2 generator anywhere. Is it hiding out here? Oh, it is. Hello. Oh, well, I'd like to... Dang. I'd like to have access to that inventory. I want to see if it has ice in it or not. Wanted to be able to see if we were pulling, like, infinite hydrogen or something from it. So, back to this guy. What is the problem, man? Show connected inventories only. Show all inventories on the grid. There's a crate with copper. There's smelter inventory. Okay, so that's actually a good question. So this isn't connected to this. So let's do this, right? Let's build this here for temporary purposes. Okay, yeah, so that'll hold that. Let's get rid of this, and let's put an actual conveyor here, you know. So I'll have to do size, right? Oh, this isn't the conveyor, sorry. Here we go. Why is that block so big? Why is that so big? So what if we just did this? We can't. I think I see the problem now. I think I just might see the problem. So let's do a thing here. Let's think. Because I want all of my, what do you call it? I want all of my cargo containers connected. Okay? Now, how they connect? Beyond me, I suppose. Because that's definitely not the way. And connecting up here definitely isn't the way either, because, yeah, so, alright. Can't even connect up here, because I'm crazy. Oh, jeez. I don't know, man. It's like a half block too far. You know? Like I don't know if that makes sense or not. Like it's equal to it. It is, like, height-wise, it's correct, but the one that I built on top is the one that's kind of screwing it all up. So I think we're gonna have to tear it all down and kind of redo how it's gonna work. So let's park the ship nice and gently on the ground, okay? So let's, power's on. I see things moving, so We're going to move over here, and we're going to very gently press C. Okay. And now that we're on the ground, I'm going to go ahead and press Y. And I'm going to press it again. Okay. I wanted to quickly... What just happened? Why was I way up there? What? Okay. So... Okay, so that's something we'll test in a minute, but I think that may be like a bug. But anyway, let's get to tearing down. Because our inventory is going to be hella full by the end of this. Because we're going to use our raw iron, and I don't think we need any silicone for the connector again because we have the parts. So let's go ahead, tear this all down. And here's what here's what I'm thinking. Okay? Maybe we do like a connected series of oh my gosh, why can't I think of the name? Cargo containers. Jeez. A connected series of cargo containers underground, right? And we can connect in between them with little conveyors on the sides, but we're gonna have like long rows of it. So, for example, if we wanted to do it over here, we totally could. Kind of a hassle to make it like this, but you know, what's the worst that could happen? And I mean, we're not using this pit anyway. Let's get rid of these because we could use the heavy duty plates anyway. It's gonna go towards our assembler. Inventory full, so let's go drop these. Okay, let's go drop these heavy duty plates in the assembler then. There we go. There we go. And now I should just be able to grab the rest of the heavy duty plates and grind down the rest of this for metal grids. Okay. So here's what I'm thinking, right? Let me get settled the right way around. So there's the connector on the side there. So we'll do one there. Do one there. There. And there. And now in between these, we have these connectors. We can change the size. Maybe I have to get a small one. Build. Conveyors. Where's the small ones? Straight 0.5. Okay, here we go. Why am I making this so complicated? This can be a late game thing. I have a solution for early game thing. Alright. So we do Control W. That. And then we do we can just set this one right here on top, which would be fine. Promise you. Then we come up here and we grab our small connectors, and we're going to try and do this a proper way. So this is an angled one. Okay, no. Man, I really need to see what block I'm working with. Node junction straight. Okay, so perhaps let's think about placing it the right way around. I'm sorry, I just kicked my power strip. Computer's still running. Come on. There we go. Jeez. Yeah, I kicked my power strip. I apologize. Alright. So, now that we kind of have an idea going, right? We're going to have a straight on this one. And we're going to have a corner junction right here. So those will be connected now. Now, when these three fill up, if this is full, these three will fill up, and then it'll go up into this one. And then from this one, we can do our normal. Is that a curved junction? So it's just an angled. Okay. Straight. We'll come back out here. I honestly think, yeah, let's say like this will be enough right here. I was like, can we change sizes, please? Alright. And now, hope we have the stuff for it. We've already got green. I could be wrong on that color. I was wrong on the color last time, so, you know, I could just be crazy. And then we'll build these little ones. Oh, I need iron. Yes, use raw materials. Oh, right. Me thinking I can build in the middle of the air, not connected to anything. Turn green. Okay, so now here's the deal, right? I kind of want to connect the driver's seat to these so that way I can monitor the inventories, which means we have to move our ore detector. Where we're going to move our ore detector, I have no idea. But let's get this rolling T-junction cross, node straight, Control W. Nope, not how that works. Maybe there? If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. Jeez, let me around, no! Building in 0G is gonna be difficult. Alright, curved, which is what they call a corner. Control W, that, and then we will hit R again until we see a straight. There we go. Okay. Make sure we have the right one. Let's just kind of start piecing this bad boy together. Okay, these ants are gonna have to go. I never know where they're coming from. I only get like 1 or 2 on me at a time, so I'm not seeing where they're coming from. It's not like this room is filthy, man. It's not that at all. I just don't know where they're coming from. Alright. So, turn on the power. Can I see the inventory now? I can. Okay. So, thrust overload. What do you mean? Am I too heavy? I did have a lot of components on me, that's fair. We're not gonna Yeah, okay, that's what it was. Alright, so let's go to this angle here. I don't want to connect from this distance because I feel like it's going to damage us, but this distance, okay. Okay, so now. Why? Why? How and why is that not connected? That's connected to that, is it not? Okay, you know what? Let's... Temporary solution. This might actually wind up being the solution, and if it does, you know, crazy work, but whatever. I'm just gonna try and maybe it's better if I do this. Yeah, okay. So okay. Okay, where did I put it in here, didn't I? I'm just connecting this stuff to the ground. These will be deleted. So here's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking this doesn't connect by putting it right next to it, unfortunately. Don't fall. Okay. Alright. Alright. That made me happy. Alright. Conveyor. Straight. So, are we seeing the problem here? Okay, what is the issue? Are these not built for cargo? Storage. Cargo container. And what does that say? Small grids, I'm guessing? Let's go. Let's find it in here. Blueprints. Don't know about that. Production, logistics, maybe. Storage. Oxygen, hydrogen, cargo. Is there a larger cargo container that I'm unaware of? Because at this point, I'm pretty much going to have to do this, right? Hang on. Okay. Let's do... What's this? Connect that to the ground there. Build these. Don't even have to be all the way built. I can turn this off. I can pull this out. And I can disconnect all of this stuff that I just spent so long on. I just wanted the extra storage. Like, if it's not going to pull it to storage, that's fine. I'd at least like a little bit of a warning, you know? So let's do it like this, and then a cargo container, possibly, maybe a little bit. Who has high hopes? I do. I no longer have high hopes because I just realized that I'm gonna have to take apart all this again. Oh man, you know what? Here's what we'll do. We'll put the storage in the ground, which is what my original plan was, but somehow was thwarted. So we are going to do... I need it to connect to the same grid as that one. So what we'll do is we'll take small connectors, right? And we'll pull down into the middle here. And maybe do like... I'll remove that one. I gotta turn upside down to access the bottom of this block. What is it? It's a cross junction. No, it's a four-way node. I think it's a node. Yeah. So we'll pop a node right there, I think. And if we take our cargo containers now and we place them like that, I can fit one there and definitely not one on this side. Okay. But I can start the underground process. So let's go disconnect all this tomfoolery. Is that power on? It is. Okay, so if I... Okay, stabilized. Just wanted to make sure it was going to be stabilized before anything. Excuse me, I'm sorry. We're just going to disconnect all this stuff again. And we can go ahead and get rid of these. So this is something that we're going to have to think of in the future as well. So now we're going to get our big conveyor chutes back out. That's a T, that's a cross, that's a node. Here we go. Set it up on its end, turn it the way we want it turned, and set it right there. And then we just need straights, right? Oh, that was a straight. Okay, there we go. And we'll just pull it out to here. Can't do another one because then I wouldn't be able to put the connector on. But we can put the connector on here. Now, we'll start... Oh, we can't start at the bottom. Okay, so we'll do this. Kind of just build our way to this really quick. Let's do this, this, and this. Oh. Let me in there. Oh, well, now it would actually trap me in here if I built this. So let's do this. That's exactly the opposite of what I meant to do. Alright. More storage room. Okay. Not upset about it. Alright, so now let's get all the frames in place real quick. I got another ant on me, man. Those things come out of nowhere. I get like one or two on me at a time, and I don't see where it comes from. Just driving me crazy. Which, you know, is kind of the normal around here, but... Alright, and let's get this stuff built, because this is going to be the more important stuff down here. This is going to hold all of our ores and stuff whenever this gets too full. And we'll connect here. Now, that should be connected. Quotation marks, should be. Oh, right. I have a lot of stuff in my pockets. Okay, I'm launched into oblivion again. Okay, I had hopes that it would pull it. but it's not seeming to do so. Sun's up. Just noticed. So let's start some electronics, right? Let's do like 20 more. Because it's going to say, oh, it doesn't have the ingredients, right? Yeah, okay. The refinery shouldn't be operational. Yeah, it's non-functional. Okay. Okay. So the only thing I can think of is that this doesn't, like, agree with this. That's the only thing I can think of. So we would have to connect our connector directly to the smelter. And then maybe out of the smelter we can... we'd still have to wait until... Yeah. Okay, let's do this for now. We can stand here and just manually transfer these into here. Which, you know, of course, that's not that bad. So, let's go... Let's go get some cobalt. There is... Oh, I never put my, I didn't put my, what's it called? What's it called, guys? Help me out here. Ore detector. I never put my ore detector back on, in which I don't know where to, like, hide it at. I guess there's fine. Iron, silicone, and wire. I must have put that in here without realizing? Question mark? Well, I took it apart a minute ago, so where is the wire? Where's the wire? Oh, here it is. I think it's that and that. I have no idea. Okay, so did I, like, not grab the wire? Oh, okay. I need the electronic part. Okay. Now I know. Now I know. Right, so let's get up in here, do this. There we go. Now I can go empty my inventory. Get out! Right, and now we can hop back into here. And this is going to be quite a dig, because it's quite a ways under there. So, just a heads up. I'm going to be digging for a little bit of a minute. I'm going to do it in a way that will allow us to get the ship in there with no issues. To my knowledge, at the very least. Alright. Now we're gonna hit C to go back down. Go in. I wonder if that's cobalt right there. That line of stuff right there. Let me check. Let me see what that is. What, did it just shoot me across the earth again? Sure did. What are you? You're iron. Gonna take quite a minute to get down to this cobalt, so just a little heads up, guys. I don't think we're gonna come across any surface cobalt, so I'm trying to be as slow and as gentle as I can with this. I don't think I can go straight in. Yeah, it's causing problems. Okay. So, is it like a wiggle thing? Wiggle and then go in or something? How bad is the angle that we have? That's what I want to know. Okay, that's... There we go. There we go. I can see a little better like that. If I hold a right click and just kind of inch inwards. Let me turn off the HUD here so we can kind of see. Okay, just be very gentle. Gentle. Just like that SpongeBob and Patrick where they're like, you're good, you're good, you're good, and stop. Oh, I'm hitting all kinds of wrong buttons. I meant to hit this button to where we come back into the camera view changer. You know, I'm gonna be honest. It is a little bit of a beast. I like it. It handles very, very well, and in situations where I've got to push in, it's doing good so far. I don't think I'm taking too much damage. Of course, I could be completely wrong about that. We're gonna find out here in just a minute where, you know, one of my thrusters explode or something similar. The reason I'm tilting up like that is to dig a little spot for the cockpit. Just like that right there. Cockpit hits the roof and you can't really do nothing about it. Just go back down. Down as much as we can. This thing is a little freaking beast. I don't know, it's not telling me, like, you know, damage or anything like that, so I guess I wouldn't know of any damage until I get out and inspect the ship itself. But we're veering off just a little bit, so let's go ahead and get that fixed up. Fix our trajectory just a little. Telling me that is not a good idea. But how are you guys tonight, man? I hope y'all are doing great. This is our second episode of this so far. First episode, we built this ship, so if you want to go watch that, it's I went ahead and uploaded it to YouTube under Mystic Riot, same thing. And if you're joining us from YouTube, you know, come hang out with us. We stream pretty much every night. I try, at the very least. If I'm unable to stream for whatever reason, I can update you guys through my Twitter, which is Mystic Riot 37, same as everything else. But if you guys would like me to update you through that, just let me know, man, and you know, I'll just kind of start posting on a daily basis of like, hey, there may or may not be a stream tonight or something of that nature, you know. But man, I'm having a great time with this game. Okay, so we have struck Cobalt officially. I want to say Cobalt is pretty heavy, and you know, I could be wrong in saying that, but I'm pretty certain that it is. Just this little bit here is 3.58 tons, so it's not entirely super heavy. So we can gather some more. We got quite a bit of grids, metal grids to be making. So, all right, now we need to back out of here. Backing out of here is going to be about as fun as getting in here. So let's start working our way out little by little. Little by little. Probably next trip we make into here, we will widen this hole just a little bit more. That way we can comfortably get in and out. Okay, we're getting to the wider section now. Oh, I think this is where we wound up turning because we were off just by a little bit. So we can turn. All right. All right. Yep. Gotta stay careful there. We will wind up adding more thrusters and all of that good stuff to this bad boy, but you know, gotta take it just a couple steps at a time. We're running pretty low on juice. We might let this thing charge for a little bit. Okay. You know what? Let's go ahead and do this, and then go into here, grab the battery, and we'll just set mode, fill, save. Okay. And now hit number 4, and we can also turn the power off, so that way we're not using any of the battery. So that should be filling. It's not. That's weird. Block can't work because the grid is turned off. There we go. Turn this grid on. So now this is set to fill. It is filling. Okay. So turning this grid off turns this grid off. Love it. All right. So we want to grab the cobalt. And we want to put the cobalt in here. Okay. So here's the thing. This is connected to these two. Oh my gosh. Guys. Am I a moron? Like, is it me? Oh my gosh. Okay, okay, okay. We know what we did wrong here. We'll fix it in a minute. Oh my gosh. Okay, start making me some metal grids. Let's grab these metal grids, and I want this cobalt out of my inventory. Let's go deliver these grids. Tired of seeing them. Get out of my inventory. There. Claim. There we go. Close. Now, what's it going to tell us now? Conveyors. All right. Used to connect different blocks throughout a grid, allowing fuel and components to move between them. There's a prototype rocket nearby. It's just missing the conveyors connecting the thrusters to the fuel. In this contract, you'll need to do the following. Place the conveyors from each of the thrusters to a central point on the grid. Press a button to launch the rocket. Okay. You said nearby. That's 22 kilometers. Jeez. If I'm correct, atmospheric thrusters work based off of... what's it called? Battery, right? They just use battery? Oh, I'm missing a sideways thruster. Okay, well, I mean, that makes more sense. Don't get me wrong. But, at the same time... See, these are green, these are yellow. Okay, so, thing is, I see what I did wrong. Should we go ahead and fix it? I think we go ahead and fix it, right? I say we go ahead and fix it. This ship is gonna drop a few feet. Just a heads up. Okay. Wasn't supposed to drop that far. That's okay. Alright. So, I wonder how many people were screaming at me that these conveyors weren't connected the right way around. So I feel like an absolute goofball for that. That was interesting to say the least. We're gonna connect them from down here. Curved. Do this. Do this. There we go. We'll do that, and then we'll do a straight up and another curved, which is going to take a minute to get to. Yep. And we're going to do something like this. All right. Give me just a second. All right, we're good. Okay, now we need to make our straights, which will go out to there, which then will connect to that. Okay, so now let's fix our problem that we've had for the past 15 times we've tried this. Dude, I can't even begin to tell you guys. It was so crazy that I did that on like so okay, maybe I'm just a little crazy. Okay, it's still yellow.
Can I access the connector from in here? Smelter, smelter output, cargo container, cargo container. Alright, so now I officially don't know what I've done wrong. Oh. 3. Up, right, up, left, down just a little. Left. Feet apart. Okay. And now we hit 4. Turn the battery to fill. Okay. Oh. Jeez. I was like, it's still yellow. Okay, it is still yellow. Can I access the connector through here now? I can. Okay, so let's put... I mean, there is stuff in my ship that should be getting taken out, but let's put iron into this connector, right? And let's say we need to make motors. Nope. Steel plates? Yeah. Okay. So that did in fact pull it. So I think now I need to set this to eject items, right? Character, no, grid, inventory. So now I'm a little confused. Why isn't it pulling? Why isn't it emptying? It should be emptying, you know? I'm confused. Connector. On, used for parking. Good. These are the cargo containers on the ship. We need to look at these. Connector. You need to be turned down as well. Cargo containers. Stores materials and goods, provides space. Block is working. Battery. Currently full. What am I missing? What am I missing? Guys, why... What's happening? I'm not understanding. So this should be pulling all of my ores out and into these cargo containers. There's one there and one there. And if it doesn't pull it into there, it should pull it into there, right? Right. That's my thought. Right? Inventory. Because I can't just leave my ship hooked up while this produces whatever it needs to produce, you know? While I'm thinking about it, let's go ahead and put down some batteries. Battery. Tell me I can't... Okay. Jeez. Oh, okay. Well, that's a thing that just happened, but it's okay. 2, 3, and what do we need to build these? Electronic parts, steel plates, construction components, iron and silicone. I have iron and silicone. So let's go to inventory. I have iron and nickel in my inventory right now. Do I have silicone? That's a good point. Where's my iron too? Oh, in the connector. Okay. So it seems like I don't have... Okay, so it wants the silicone first. Do I have silicone over there? No, but I do have a spot to mine silicone somewhere. And I'm sure it's pretty close around here. Pretty certain. It's over here somewhere. Here's some. Oh, bounced right up off the ground. Alright. So let's just... Should have brought the ship to do this. I think about, what, maybe 1,500 silicone should be enough for 6 batteries. It's only like 20 a piece, I think. Alright. And... Alright. Now we get this going. Interesting that... Oh, yeah, because they're built off the walls, I suppose. Yeah, that's understandable. You know what I just realized? I think these batteries need the power cores, right? Oh, no. I guess they don't. Okay. But all of these should be set to auto. Should be filling pretty quickly. Fill. Because I've got to fill these batteries while the sun's still up. And especially at its highest right now. Looks like we're actually getting about four things of sunlight. Man. Oh, okay. We do have a shadow. So in Space Engineers 1? Question mark? In Space Engineers 1, when you would stand on your solar panels, it would go down by a little bit. I guess that's something either easily forgotten or not really worried about in this one. Which, I mean, it's such a little detail, it doesn't matter though. You know? Like, who's gonna worry about if their character's shadow is blocking their whatchamacallit, their sunlight, you know? Who's gonna think about that or care most of the time? Gold thread, electronic parts, motors, steel plates, yada yada yada. Really need to make like a repair or building ship. Oh, okay, so we can't use... What is a refinery for in this game, I guess? That's a good question. Because if this thing can just make all of the basic parts, right? We don't need construction components. We have a fuck ton right now. So if this thing could basically make all of the little components, I'm assuming once we start building huge ships, right? I'm assuming those things start taking stuff built from this. So I can use 3.9 tons, and which is 3.9 thousand iron, 40 silicone, and 800 nickel, just to build this with a little bit of gold thread. That I have some gold, like literally, yeah, right over there. They did, however, leave us a smelter blueprint that we should have seen 4 years ago, you know? But it's whatever. So now that mostly everything's connected, just not working the right way, let's go ahead and move some of these over to our... Can I move them here? Like this? No. Show connected inventories. Battery. So I'm a little confused now. Connector off. Inventories. So if I can access this connector from that one, right? So we have cobalt and nickel, a little bit of cobalt and nickel in that one. Okay, so they're not connecting. Okay, man. 3. Alright, that's possibly why. Let's find out. Maybe it's just because we had the battery off. Cargo containers. Let's move it to the connector. Okay. Move you to the connector. Okay. This is somehow making me more confused. Okay, so I can move it over. I can empty the whole ship like this, but I don't want to have to do it manually. So, I mean, would I have to do that? Would I have to set up like an event controller for that, or? I don't even begin to know, man. Let's go to this rocket that it wants us to go to. I'm gonna get high up in the atmosphere. Our thrusters will work less efficiently, but we should be gaining more speed as well. What is that H down there? Oh, jetpack fuel. No. Need to make a real nimble fighter jet, just in case. So the lovely thing about this right here, we are actually going to collect some of this while we're up here, actually. The very lovely thing about that to the left of us, all that snow, I'm 90% certain can be mined for ice as well. It's an unknown signal. What are you? What are you? Hello, how are you? Who are you? What is this? Buttons. What do the buttons do? I want to know what they do. Interior light, sliding doors. Oh, no action assigned to all of them. Power modules, wire, and electronic components. I'll take it. And a medikit. I will take it. Probably not, you know, the most valuable thing, but I'll take it nonetheless. Alright, and let's get turned around here. Whoa there, ship. Whoa there. But yeah, we are gonna go mine some of that ice, because I have a ship idea for the next ship already. So here's what I want to try to do. I want to try and gently set this ship down, because I don't want to leave it running the whole time. Okay. Alright. Alright, so what is this wanting us to do? Thrusters have no fuel, countdown disabled. Okay, so you are truss blocks, hydrogen tank, batteries, I'm assuming? Oh, okay. Okay, so this is part of it. Okay, so now I'm seeing a more straightforward. Let's get a T, and let's figure out which way this T is sitting. Okay, so like that. Now let's get some straights. Go. There we go, and there we go. Now we just got to put these things together. Oh no. All right. Oh gosh. Okay. So may have did a oopsie. Oh, it's good that there's nickel, but give me some iron. There we go. Let's head back up. Come on now. Grab this. Why am I sideways? Okay, so it's not me. Let's go ahead and tilt the alongside this thing. We're putting just enough in it for them to be functional. says start countdown. How? Button?
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4,
Are
3,
these hydrogen?
2, 1.
Okay. Alright. Let's turn the power back on. There we go. I don't know where that thing is gonna go. We need to keep an eye on that now. Because if that starts heading towards us, if any of that debris falls on us, we might no longer have a ship, so we have to be careful. Anyway, we're gonna go up here and get some of this, the ice. Because I was saying it yesterday. I don't know if they have ice lakes in this game, or if they have oceans and rivers and all of this stuff. Okay. So it's telling us that our thrusters are going to be a little inadequate up here. But we are just running an experiment for a second. Come on, I'm not that far away. Okay, apparently I am. It does give you ice. And we want quite a bit, so let's just stay here and grab some ice for a minute. We want quite a bit of ice. That's the thing. So I think like up here you might hit like ice deposits and stuff like that, but like I don't know with how this works. I don't know, because there's a lot of like land and places to go. There's a lot of places to go and look at, right? But I haven't seen a lake or a river. That's kind of my thing, you know? It's like, if I would have seen one of those, I probably would have went for it immediately. Set up near that, because hydrogen is almost an infinite resource if you are near or like if you are nearby a what do you call it? Okay. Thrust overload. We really have to get over this mountain. Oh, we're gonna make it. I think we are. Okay. I know. We're coming back down. Okay, so 3.1 is the highest we can go with our thrusters and like a very, very, very light load of ice. I'm gonna kind of fly around the surrounding area, see what we got going on, because like I was saying, I haven't seen any ice lakes, any rivers, nothing. I haven't really gotten a chance just to kind of fly around and get a scope of the surroundings, you know. Like, I feel like I should have seen a lake by now, and the fact that I haven't is kind of concerning, but at the same time, you know, it's not like it's bothering me too much. I honestly thought this was going to be thought this was going to be a river. Let's go claim our rewards. Okay. So, let's go claim our rewards. And let's see what the next thing they have for us is. Fairly certain it's going to be something pretty much unhinged. Alright. Let's go down into here. Click. And nope. And click claim. Close. What do they have for us now? Acquire and deliver ice. Oh my gosh, that was so loud. I am so sorry. Oh my gosh. I'm so sorry, guys. Okay. Okay. Deliver the required amount of ice. We can do that. What time is it? It's almost 11. Okay. Deliver 2,000 ice. Do we have 2,000? Can we go ahead and finish this one right now? No, we don't. We have 1.3. Okay. Oh well. I mean, that means we're just gonna go mine some more ice. So sometimes you can also find ice pockets underground. But I was fairly certain that I had seen snow covering this side. And it's looking like I was wrong. Okay. So, where is our easiest access of ice? Probably right there. I was hoping there would be ice up there, but it doesn't look like there's gonna be. Look, we're gonna graze just by this, and honestly, on this upcoming mountain, it doesn't look like there is any ice. That's starting to be a little unfortunate. I see some ice though. What's this unknown signal though? Is it just another building? No, it's like there's a crate and some stuff down there. Okay. Learned our lesson. Alright, so let's go down here. Oh, okay. There's crates. Can I see what's all on the grid? Just that radio comm module, metal grids. What do you got in here? Electronic parts, motors, medikit. Okay, not a whole lot. No action assigned to any of these. Okay. Okay, well, now, come on. right, so now we're gonna do a flipperoo here. Here we go. We're gonna head towards this. Because we're gonna need the ice to start getting into hydrogen thrusters and all of that snazzy stuff. So remember, let's not go above 3.1 right now. But we're looking like we're pushing 2, maybe 2.5 when we get there. I was pretty close. Whoa, okay. Oh god. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Oh gosh. Oh no. Okay. All right. So that was a thing. I can't believe that. That's okay. All right. Well, that kind of sets us up for our next thing. Okay. So here's what we'll do. Why am I lagging so hard right now? What's going on? What's going on? Come on now. Come on now, game. Game. Hello? Game? Okay. Okay. I think we're good. I think the ship finally despawned. So we have learned our lesson, and now we are gonna start getting a set together for a new ship. And as unfortunate as it is, we're kind of gonna have to mine it. We're gonna have to hand mine it, unfortunately. But we have mostly everything around us that we need, right? So what we're going to need is we're going to need thrusters. We're going to need hydrogen thrusters specifically. Now, what we'll need for that is we'll need small conveyors, which are the 0.5s. We are going to need an O2H2 generator. We are going to need a hydrogen tank. We are going to need a drill for mining. This one's going to be more, this is going to be smaller. It's going to be more compact. But it's still going to have the main stuff it's going to need. So we're going to need a connector to connect it to the base. We're going to need, we've got the small conveyors. We're going to need a cargo container. There we go. And we're going to need a cockpit. Okay. So. All right. So why don't we lay out our design for the next ship? So we are going to have our hydrogen thruster, right? Or our hydrogen tank, right? And we are going to have our cockpit on the front of that tank. we go. Well, let me take a look at the back of this. I think it might be a small. Nope, it's big. Okay. Thinking of Space Engineers 1. Alright. Now, what we're going to do in this case is we're going to do this, this. So, we're basically going to surround... Oh, we can't. Okay. Interesting. Oh, because I've built it wrong. Okay. So... Oh. Okay. So... Alright. So let's just use this to hold it up. There's not one on the bottom. I thought there was. That's my bad. Now we've got our O2H2 generator, which has a small port on the back, which we will keep in mind this time around. Probably the easiest way. What is the easiest way to do this? I want to say maybe there. And maybe just wrap junction nodes around. That way we have all of this space for thrusters as well. We don't need any connectors to this because this is already connected through the back of the cockpit. So now we think about our... Oh, right. You know what? Let's do this. Let's take our cargo container and we will flip it around to where those line up there. Okay, yep, that looks pretty firm to me. Alright. And then we will slap a O2H2 generator on the back here. Boom. Okay. So now we have a big box that we would be flying around pretty much. Now, we want to keep this small and compact, right? Because we want to be able to drill, but also be able to fly. So let's drag these all the way around just so we have all of this room for thrusters. And I also want to come up around the top because we're going to need, we are going to have upwards and downwards thrusters, but this gives us that playroom for more forward and back thrusters. And we will wrap around the bottom as well, so we might actually just do this over here. There we go. And we'll do that. We'll get rid of these. So we're also going to wrap around the bottom as well. And boop. Alright. And then that should be fine, right? And I'm going to be completely honest here. I have no idea how many thrusters we want. I know we possibly want a lot because we're going to be mining and we're going to be carrying a whole lot of crap at one time. But I also don't know how much the O2H2 generator, I don't know how much it produces, and I don't know how much the tank holds. So we could fire this up and just like immediately not have any freaking power. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna cover this whole like central system in thrusters. Just cover the whole central system, and from there we will do. Got some up there. We're gonna do the back. But we'll just kind of disperse a few throughout here, maybe every other one. Oh, no, it's not even. Okay, so maybe start from there. Okay. Okay, that, I can agree with that. All right, so there. No. There and there. And then we'll do that for the top and bottom as well. There. Right there, right there. Come on, face properly. Face properly. There you go. And we'll do this for the top. One there. We can't do it for the top. I don't know if that's going to damage that. And I don't know if the bottom ones are going to damage either. So we'll have to keep an eye on that. Oh, you know what? I kind of vibe with this because it perfectly wraps around the back, which I like. And there. All right. And we need to put the bottom ones on here too. We need to put the bottom middle one specifically. All right. This is going to be our next ship. Don't get me wrong. I am fully aware of how absolutely crazy this looks, right? And just for the heck of it, we're going to throw a connector right there. Oh, you know what? That might have to come down a few, honestly. So crap. So what do we do about that? That's a good question. Let's just put it right there for right now. Let's just put it right there for right now. So, we've got two ways of doing this, okay? Two ways. We can either get this built, right? And we can fill it up ourselves and start that whole thing by ourselves, right? Or hear me out. We're gonna need a lot of iron, a lot of metal grids. So we're gonna need a lot of cobalt, a lot of iron, a lot of nickel, some silicone. We're gonna be pretty heavy for this. Let's start out by getting the iron, silicone. Oh my gosh, we're gonna have to go over there and get my body. Oh my gosh. Yes, I'm aware of the energy. I'm going to fill up right now. Okay. So, what do you guys think? Should we... I suppose we should go ahead and do this next episode. It's getting pretty late where I'm at. Yeah. You know what? Let's leave it here for today. And tomorrow we're gonna get all of that built. We're gonna get everything done, what we need to get done, all that good stuff. So let's go ahead and end it here for today. I'm going to switch the screen over. All right. All right, guys. I want to thank every single one of you who showed up today. And if you weren't able to make it out today, that is okay. I want to thank you, too, for supporting me. All right. So you guys have a wonderful day, wonderful morning, evening, or night, wherever you're at. And I will catch you guys later. Peace.